right. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Holly King here, Wild Kingdom Wellness, also known as the Reiki Station, and Holly King Wellness. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Please click the notification button if you would like more fun tips and facts about life, because ladies and gentlemen, that's what I'm here for. So for those of you all that do know me, you know that I am in the middle of rebranding myself, right? My business. So anyway, follow me on Spotify at Wild Kingdom Wellness. Follow me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. Please check me out on TikTok. Guys, there is so much information that I want to share with you all. And so you're gonna wanna stay tuned to these videos, some of my shorts, as I start another new journey as a holistic healthcare practitioner. So please note that this video, nor any video in the future, is considered to be legal advice. I am also not a clinical medical doctor, so you will not be diagnosed in these videos. These videos are for you to just take the information that I am using for my own self-application, and if it helps you, well, then just go out and do your own research when it comes to your health and wellness. So let's get that out of the way. This is not for your medical diagnosis, but what this is for your entertainment purposes. So let's get started. All right, how do I normally start my day, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I put out here my altar. I call it my kitchen table altar, although it's kind of in my living room. So, but my living room and my kitchen table is kind of in the same spot because I live in a tiny house, y'all. Not a tiny house that you can put on wheels, but I live in a tiny house. So I do every morning come to my table and I go, okay, what do I need to work with today as far as keeping myself spiritually grounded, happy, whole, and well? And so people that know me know that I put out a morning altar every single day, okay? I just don't miss putting out some type of morning altar each and every day because there are different areas of my life that I want to work on, okay? So as a holistic wellness practitioner, which consists of licensed massage therapy in 2 states, I am a 7th level Reiki master. What that means is I've taken 7 levels of Reiki. I've gone up the Karuna Reiki Mastery Path, and I am registered with the International Centers for Reiki Training. So if you want to know more about Reiki and the information that I work from, go check this stuff out for yourself. Because not only am I going to be doing these videos for you to learn a little bit about self-care and awareness, I'm also going to ask you all to start to do your own research when it comes to utilizing subtle energy health and wellness practices for your body and for your clients and for the world around you, okay? So Reiki is a Japanese healing technique. It is hovering, it is working with the energy field of the body. No one owns the power, y'all. I'm just going to say that. And the word Reiki means spiritual life force energy. So as a Reiki master, as a Reiki teacher, what I do is I help people understand that the body is made up of spiritual life force energy. It is no different than knowing that a plant is alive, that a cat is alive, that the earth is alive. It's life force energy. And Reiki is guided life force energy. So enough about that. I'm also a 200-hour yoga teacher. I am a intermediate astrologer. I am a professional tarot card reader. I am a spiritual life coach. And effective February the 5th, I will be a student of Trinity School of Natural Health to get my certified herbalism certificate out of the way. Much of my continuing education has been in the mental health realms of what sickness and disease and stress and anxiety does to the body. And so I have taken numerous courses on color therapy, sound therapy, frequency healing, chakras. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been studying holistic wellness for well over a decade. Prior to my entry into spiritual wellness practices, the arts, right, which some people would call witchcraft. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's natural healing abilities, right? And so I had a 10-year life in the Pentecostal church before I was even aware that there were such practices as Reiki. I'd always dabbled in astrology and tarot as a teenager, but when you are told something is bad and if you touch that thing, you are going to die and go to hell, well, a lot of times people are like, whoa, that's a lot of information for me. So I gave up the practices of tarot and astrology as a young woman in order to please the conditioning of the denominational church, okay? I also grew up very Southern Baptist, and at 7 years old, I became a Christian. And so as a Christian, the preacher came down to me as a 7-year-old girl and said, hey, little girl, Jesus loves you. If you want to avoid dying and going to a fiery hell, then you can ask this wonderful man to come live in your heart, and he will bring you love, joy, and peace and truth the rest of your life. And at 7 years old, as a little girl, I was like, well, yeah. All little girls have a fantasy, typically, of wanting a prince or a king or a savior to come and sweep them away, because we were watching nothing but Walt Disney movies, y'all. We had princesses and queens, Cinderellas and Snow Whites and evil sorceresses. And y'all, if you love Mickey Mouse, look at Fantasia. I grew up in an X generation where everything was just fantasy and fairy tale, and the colorful cereal boxes and how great and wonderful that Captain Crunch tasted. All the stuff, y'all, all the stuff, right? That was how I grew up. And so I went into a spiritual belief system that being a Christian was where it was at. And it was just love one another. I listened to all kinds of, terms, philosophies of Jesus Christ that was love one another. Make sure that you're not mean to people. Be compassionate, be holy. Well, the definition of holy is very different from culture to culture. So anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox right now about religion. But over the course of the last 50 years, I have walked away from organized religion in order to find my spirituality as a human being, and I've also done my research, okay? So if you haven't done research when it comes to your own personal belief systems and practices, then ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to these videos. Now, I did not say I denounced Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. I said I walked away from organized doctrine religion as a practice. So again, moving on. But y'all, I practice earth-based healing modalities, okay? And so as a licensed massage therapist who works with people's flesh and their human body and their mind and their conditioning and their maladies, all the stuff, y'all, in 9 years of being a body worker, a physical body worker, I have seen a lot of pain, stress, and anxiety. I have seen patterns of sickness and disease manifest in the physical body in a million different ways. Now, for me, as one individual and one practitioner, as an empath, okay, as somebody who cares deeply about people finding the healing path, y'all, it has been an eye-opening experience to be a spiritual wellness leader as well as a human body worker. And so now here we are in the year of 2024, okay? Lightning fast is how we got here, y'all. We just kind of moseyed along. If you were born in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and you're waking up today and you're like, how the heck did we make it to 2024? And what the heck is going on in the world around me with the human condition? Okay? The conditioning, the collective consciousness. We are entering into a phase of knowledge and information like our ancestors have never seen before, right? And y'all, please know, when I think about philosophy and I think about mysticism and I think about mythology and all the ologies, and then where we are today when it comes to technology, like, I'm baffled, because growing up as an X-generation person, someone who was born in the early 70s, for me, I stepped into my birthright and I was like, oh, nature was my friend. I would go outside and play. I would find the little flowers in the yard. I would take a chance on picking the neighbor's roses because they smelled so good. I was mesmerized, ladies and gentlemen, mesmerized as a child with nature. I was also very shy as a child, which is probably shocking to most of you all. But I was very shy as a child because I was such a sensitive child. Okay, and I've done my natal chart, my astrology birth chart. There are 1,000,001 reasons of why I would consider myself a highly sensitive individual. Okay, when I write the book, you'll know. You're just gonna know, okay? Because being a sensitive individual, it's a gift. But people now, when we talk about, when children are born and they have certain sensitivities, right? The sensitivities to the energy around us now, for the kids that are being born today, y'all, it is completely different than the sensitivities that I had being born in the early 70s. I was not attuned to EMF frequency, okay? So I'm going to talk a little bit this afternoon. What time is it? It's afternoon. I'm going to talk a little bit today, January the 16th, Tuesday, by the way. Color of the day today is black and the moon is in Aries. So anyway, side note. But I want to talk to y'all just for a few minutes. Okay, so if you've come with me this far, just hang tight, because I am going to practice what I preach as a teacher of wellness. Okay, so, and this, y'all, is going to get wild, because this Wild Kingdom wellness adventure that I'm on, you all are all on this journey with me, because guess what? You live on this planet with me. This is our kingdom. Earth, Mother Earth, y'all. She is our kingdom, okay? So what are we as human beings doing with our kingdom called Earth, okay? Well, what we're doing is we're creating energy channels, okay? So we are creating, because human beings are creative in nature, okay? We are very creative when it comes to, inventions, all right? So Nikola Tesla, what can I say? Thomas Edison, Benjamin Franklin, the list of historians, ladies and gentlemen, hold please, goes on and on and on and on and on when it comes to inventive minds, right? Somewhere down the road or somewhere in the past, someone came up with the concept that we should have computerized everything around us every minute of every day and be connected to everything. Is that not?
I don't know that.
See what I'm saying? Is that not, what's happening in the world around us? The answer to that is yes, okay? There is no denying that. I don't know who you are, where you are, what you are, but if you disagree with me that we are not being conditioned to be connected at all times to everything, then I don't know what year you live in, and I don't know what planet you live on. But again, I try not to be overly judgmental while I make y'all laugh. But guys, ladies, gentlemen, listen, there is so much electromagnetic frequency around us right now. This is how I'm doing this video with you. This is how I'm able to pick up my cell phone and call my children this, that, or the other, or find the information, or go to school online to learn about herbology. Like, there is so much benefit to our modern world of frequency and technology, but y'all, it is killing us. It is annoying. And so how do we, especially us X generation, where we grew up with things were a little more natural, we kind of flowed, we got in trouble with stuff, we still had, we had frequencies that were kind of challenging, right? Rock and roll, heavy metal, our parents were like, what are you doing? You're smoking pot behind the bleachers. Like, we had frequency around us, okay? But we didn't have this kind of frequency as an X generation. But by the time we were like, oh, we got to raise our families, and oh, we got to make money, and oh, like, I need to be connected, and oh, information is accessible to me now through the www dots. And it's like, oh, okay. So we just jumped right in. Us X generation, we are just like, well, we're just going to let our kids play on these video games and shoot people to death. And we're going to be over here busy doing big girl and big boy jobs because you know what? We're important, right? Because we was X generation. We're like, oh, we got to take care of our aging parents, which is happening right now. And then boom, we're having all these babies. Well, guess what, y'all? Our babies are having babies, okay? I'm a grandma, proud to say, yes I am. I'm a grandma of one. One powerful little human being, by the way. Anywho, side note. But y'all, now I'm like backpedaling into my world going, hey, what are we doing with the energy field of our planet? And again, this is Dr. Joseph Mercola. I can never pronounce his name correctly, so I'm just going to call him Mercola. And y'all, I just got into like the introduction of this book last night, and I'm not going to read it to y'all today, okay? Because I need y'all to just listen to me today. But y'all, I got into this introduction last night of his book, which was just produced. 2022 is put out, and then 2021 he did a rendition of it, okay? I was tripping last night. He is a medical doctor, y'all, okay? Medical doctor that many of my clients used to ask me, hey, have you ever heard of Mercola? And I'm like, oh, no. Because I'm listening to, like, Russell Brand and all kinds of other people. I'm just, like, listening to the world, right? And I'm like, no, who's he? And so I've had really healthy, prosperous, well-to-do clients ask me, do you know who he is? Like, you need to listen to his message. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm hooked on Dr. Oz. I'm listening to, the medical medium. Like, I'm learning all kinds of stuff as a massage therapist because my clients are like asking me, what do I do with this ailment? What do I do with this issue? How do I get rid of this pain? How do I lose weight? Because I have lost 140 pounds, give or take. So people know my story and they're like, how do you do this? How do you have so much energy? How can you work 40 clients a week doing massage? How can you build a business? How can you build networking circles? How do you do all this stuff, Holly King? Well, it's my wild kingdom of wellness. That's how I do it, okay? So I started to listen to Spirit a few weeks ago, and Spirit was like, hey, you need to talk about frequency. And I was like, I know, I always talk about frequency. I talk about the chakras. I talk about color therapy. I talk about sound healing, of which I'm so excited. I got me some good ones, y'all. I got me some babies in here. They're called the tuning forks. I ain't gonna play it right now. But y'all, it's heaven, okay? Sound therapy is heaven. But I was like, oh, it's all frequency. And I talk about frequency and raising your vibration and being a better person and, all of it, y'all, all of it. But I haven't been talking about this type of frequency because it's dangerous to talk about this type of frequency, which is dangerous. So I'm going to do my research while I'm looking into what Mercola has to say about these ions and whether they are affecting my mitochondria, my cells, right? My brain, my central nervous system. I can safely say it is because I have been a product of too much frequency in my home and in my being, right? But y'all, I know how to channel this stuff, but it does get stuck sometimes in my aura and in my matrix. And so sound frequency, Wi-Fi, technology, visual, all this stuff is so super connected at this point as a society that Spirit has just said to me this year, the year of the dragon, by the way, in Chinese astrology, look it up. My dragon is coming out and my throat chakra wants to speak, okay? I want to share with you all ways that you can help focus, you can help ground yourself, you can help redirect your monkey mind thought patterns, because I am a certified meditation teacher. Y'all, I've got two courses with the Chopra Center with some of their teachers. Yes, Deepak Chopra, who hangs out with Oprah. Okay, I have paid good money, y'all, to train myself in healing arts energy. So when you meditate, when you give yourself permission to ground yourself and work with certain geodes of, the universe, this is hematite, this is rainbow hematite. There's a difference, okay? Knowing what to do with the energy is super important to keep you stable, okay? To keep you grounded. Because I watched 2 YouTube videos within the last 48 hours, y'all, talking about what would happen if the planet doubled in size. What would gravity do? Well, we would die. Things would die. The polarity of gravity itself would crush us, okay? Now, why do I worry about that? Because geologically, ladies and gentlemen, that is all you hear about when it comes to political concern of the planet. But what you don't hear about is our leaders, our global leaders are allowing massive radiation frequency to be in our homes at all times, okay? So I bought me an EMF detector right here, y'all, right here. Now, I only played with it for a second. Let's see if I can get it out. And I have no idea what stuff means other than I know a little bit about everything. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to turn it on. It takes a 9-volt battery, okay, and this brand is Tri-Field, by the way. So, again, I ordered it from Amazon. It's about $186, and I was like, I know that router back there is screeching something into my head, okay, and I can prove it. But anyway, so how this works, again, to my knowledge, and I'm learning, we're going to learn together, y'all. This is Tri-Field EMF meter model TF2. It's off. It's got 3 sections here that are colored, standard, weighted, and then radio frequency. Okay, so you got standard frequency, magnetic, and electric, and you have what's called weighted. Okay, and I'm sorry that this video is bouncing, by the way, because I'm weighted in the floor. But weighted magnetic and weighted electric. And I don't remember the difference in the two. Like, I glanced at the thing. But anyway, I'm going to turn it on. Okay, now it's on. It's got the squeak to it too, okay? Wow. Okay, so I'm on standard magnetic frequency. There is a ring light in front of me. There is a computer in front of me, and my phone is in front of me. It's reading at, just me standing here, it's pulling 0.7 mgs, okay? Again, I don't know what that means. I'll find it out later because I'm going to start charting this stuff. Now, I'm going to come up close here. It's not really picking up on my phone. Now, let's go to electric standard, okay? Oh, my goodness. This is towards my computer. I went to electric standard. Okay, when I'm here, y'all have to trust me. It's at 21 VMs, okay? So 27, 26, it's bouncing. And y'all can hear it. When I get towards my laptop, which is in front of me, it's up to 59 and 60, 61. It's pulling. When I get up to this ring light, y'all, holy mother Jesus, it's maxed out. Look at this, y'all. It's maxed out. Well, when I'm over here, when I put the back to it, you can hear it. 340, 50, 340 VMs. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, y'all. But anyway, here's radio frequency. Radio frequency, like, radio. It's more of a spit. Okay, now, again, y'all, I don't know what that shit means. Like, I'm learning, okay? But I'm learning as I go. And I want you all to be aware that we are made up of life force energy. Everything we eat, every sound we hear, every breath we take, every move we make. I'll be watching you. You'll be watching me. Y'all, we are connected in ways that are unfathomable. Unfathomable. So, that's all I really want to share with you all today. I want you to know that I love you as people, as humans. I'm so thankful for each and every person that is in my life. I'm also thankful for the relationships I have had to remove from my life, because those relationships have been the ones to help me to ascend and work on my stuff. Okay, work on the things I need to work on as a human being and as an individual. But once you start doing your own shadow work and you realize how important of a light worker that you really are on this planet today, you start to not worry about not what one person thinks about you at all, ladies and gentlemen, and you start to share the good news of energy and how energy is indeed what is most important to us at all, hands down, because without it, we do not exist. So that's it. I love you all. Stay tuned. Live the dream. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Wild Kingdom Wellness. Go out there, have fun. The Reiki Station and Holly King Wellness, because I am a big practitioner all wrapped up into one little package, and y'all aren't going to want to miss this show. So anyway, I love you. Live the dream. Find your channel. You will find your freedom. See you later. All right. Bye.